John, back again, man. The Crow 2, City of Angels. Last I heard, this is your, favorite movie, right? I remember you told me off camera, actually, like, you don't even like Brandon Lee. You're all about the French.
Le Français, oui, oui, hoo, hoo. No, it's not my favorite movie. I did see it 3 times in the theaters, I'm not going to lie. But it's obviously a movie that meant well. Really had its heart in the right place, wanted to not, disrespect Brandon Lee's legacy, and wanted to do its own thing. But unfortunately, Miramax, the Weinsteins, came in and wanted to make the film as close as possible to the original in terms of structure. So the result was that Tim Pope, the director, and David S. Goyer, the screenwriter, they disowned the movie when it came out. And but it's I actually have the tattoo. See? How about we watch a couple scenes from it and let's debate. What do you think of that?
So John and Lance going to watch the movies you're trying to tell me, huh? All right, buddy. Let's do this. Let's see.
Do it.
Let's see this masterpiece of yours.
That's one thing I really like about Tim Pope's. He has really like an eye. I'm not crazy about that like brown thingo, but he has an eye for things. Look. Go ahead.
For a visual standpoint, I'm not gonna fight you. In fact, the only thing I think this movie truly does well is the world.
Look at this with the mud and everything. Now she's gonna touch his hand and the mud. It's beautiful. Look at the shot. Beautiful profile shot, close-ups. I don't know, man. It's really well shot. I'm not crazy about the color motif. I think you dug it, but
yeah. Well, it's based off of the sodium lights that you would get from the old-fashioned street lamps from the city. He was mugged in New York, and he said that his mugger was kneeling on his chest and put a gun in his face, and the outline of the sodium lights kind of stuck with him, in that fearful moment, and he wanted to sort of go for that. But that's what I'm saying. I like that look. I do. The thing about the original Crow is, all the brilliance aside, it was a world. It felt very distinct. I mean, obviously, Alex Perez and his cinematographer knew what they were doing, and it had a vision. But I'll give you that. Tim Pope has at least a vision in terms of what this is supposed to look like. Yeah. It's a post-apocalyptic, earthquake-shattered LA,
Well, it kind of looks like Hollywood today, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a shit show.
Well, this is his best scene. The I guess we call it the suiting up. I'm going to talk a lot of shit about this guy, and I don't have anything against him. I will say when he's not talking, he does his best acting. I think his look, his vibe is something that works surprisingly well considering.
Beautiful look. Like, when we're about to see, the suiting up scene, which one of my favorite scenes. Look, just remember this shot, because I don't know about you, Lancey boy, but sometimes I watch a movie and shots will be carved in my memory forever. And when he puts on the jacket, I don't know if you remember the original Crow, he puts on the jacket and the hand goes through the sleeve to camera. In this one, he pans down with it, and at some point his hand, there's like, it kind of pans and tilts.
But see, this is where he sucked. It's like...
oh, it's a red sun! I mean, what's your problem, man?
And the kid, I love the kid runs towards gunfire. It's like, what is that?
Ooh, gunfire, yeah. Let's go check it out. I mean, this is good. Vincent Perez got the role because the director saw him in this French film called La Reine Margot, the Queen Margot.
Is that the one with Gerard Depardieu or whatever, or is that something else?
I think Gerard Depardieu was in it, I think.
Is that how I say his name? I never got that. Yeah. Fucking thing's way too long.
By the way, Iggy Pop sucks as an actor. Just want to put that out there. He really sucks.
He sucks in this. And I love Iggy Pop. I love myself some Iggy Pop, but he's not directed well. And also, he doesn't have the range for this type of role. If he was like more silent, like Thomas Jane and him should have switched roles, and I think it would have worked.
But Iggy Pop, his body was the James O'Barr who wrote the graphic novel, the comic book, The Crow. He inspired the Crow character's body on Iggy Pop.
Yeah, that kind of slim, shirtless.
I just want to point out two things right now. First of all, I think the makeup scene here that's about to come is one of the most beautiful scenes in this movie, and I thought it was very unique. In the first film, he does the makeup, and in this film, she does his makeup, and I have a hard time with that dude's name, the composer Graham Revell, who did the score for the original. He's also doing the score for this one, and his score, when she puts on the makeup, is absolutely, in my useless opinion, obviously astounding, really moving, really stirring.
I will say the thing I've always liked about this is it's the one time the makeup makes sense outside of the original. For her being like, oh, I've experienced this, I've been through this, I know what needs to happen.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Really the only way the makeup would make sense without seeming contrived. Whether it be what's his name? Was it Corvus pulling off the mask in part 3 or
from the when he gets electrocuted.
Yeah, but this, it's like, oh yeah, she's saying, you're the Avenger, the angel to come back. So this is what you should look like. That to me ties together very, very well. And I like that Sarah is a character in this. I will give it that. Yeah. And she's sort of like I know she's not a junkie, but she does have that sort of heroin chic vibe that was very big in '96. In fact, this is the year of Kate Moss and really Fiona Apple.
The actress is Mia Kirshner, and in this particular film, she was also in another film. I forgot what it was called. And one thing that echoes the original. Oh wait, it's the fucking money scene. I gotta pause, guys, because I love this scene. All ECUs, extreme close-ups, being
a great song by Filter.
Yeah. Oh man, got something for you. Look at this shit, like echoing like the wing of a bird. Being. It's beautifully done,
jumping
man.
on the motorcycle.
Right here, the hand, the second hand. Wait a minute. This one,
I know.
Being, and this one, which goes on the side. That always stayed with me. I'm like, that is cool as, bro. Dude, come on. All right, I'm gonna go jack off. Come on. That's filmmaking, dude.
I mean, the belly shirt is kind of dumb. I mean, we got to both admit that.
Well, it's a bit like LA trash. I
know.
And I love the jacket.
96. Yeah, the jacket's cool.
Come on.
It's cool.
Hey, man. Come on. You got to keep an open mind, lassie boy. And the camera, I like that. It's it's shaky. It's not static. No, it's such a shame, this movie. It's such a shame. It's such a shame the Weinsteins got involved. Because I truly believe if Tim Pope was given the opportunity, and there's been fans online, for a long time we want the Tim Pope cut. Yeah. Exactly. I truly believe if we'd see the Pope cut, it would be a fantastic film. I really believe that.
No. I think we should, because of the guy, his original vision deserves to be seen. I do think his idea should be seen, because at least something. But I'm going to fight you on one big thing, and it's something I fundamentally disagree with, which is The Crow, outside of Brandon Lee's Eric Draven being brought back, is trying to be set in this grounded world, right? Even his sister, well, I don't even know if it's his sister. I always thought it as a joke where he's like, you don't see the resemblance. But who knows? Maybe it's his
It is his sister. It is his sister.
I, in that context of the movie, I don't really believe it. Maybe his stepsister. I don't know. I've always thought that was like a sarcastic joke. But regardless, okay, his half sister, whatever, right? She has some inklings on the supernatural. That's as far as we go, and it's handled very sort of subtly in a way where I could kind of be like, well, who knows? We know that this event happened. This man has been brought back from the dead. This movie goes full spiritual. This is full magic, and Judah and his little witch with her hood. I'm like, fuck off. And that stuff is all in the script. I don't like the heavy-handed leaning into the magic in this one. I never have. So that's always been my fight.
You know, the original idea for part 2, one of the original ideas, they were going to bring back Top Dollar, and I forgot his name. I think Grange.
Grange had his eyes in a jar. He's going to be like the anti-crow, right?
Yeah. They were going to both be back as anti-crows to fight another crow. And I'm like, so you know what? I'll take the chick with the hoodie, the oracle, if you will, and yeah, Judah. Judah is the one. Actually, first of all, the actor is very miscast. I thought.
Yes, good actor.
I love Richard Brooks, but he's just not. He's not freaking Top Dollar. He's not menacing. He's goofy. I'm like, get out of here, man. That's I've had exes that are more scarier than this motherfucker.
Okay,
so that's
But okay, so Judah doesn't do outside of Sarah.
Yeah.
Nobody in this can act, and a bunch of these people I've seen in better roles. So I want to say Tim Pope might be more of a visual director and not an actor's director.
He's a music video director, man.
Sure. So that to me says that this movie would have never worked, even if we got his cut, because it's still going to be a bunch of corny.
No, but that's when you hire good actors. You do proper casting. You don't hire Richard Brooks to play a villain. He's a goofball. Hey Ash, shut up, fuck.
Yeah, but Goyer's dialogue is not good though. Also, let's not.
I think there's a lot of improv in that movie, man. Really? I think there's a lot of improv. Oh yeah, definitely a lot of improv from. Oh god, this. I think we're gonna watch it next, but when Iggy Pop faces off with Ash, and he has this moment, dude, and it's. Do you think I'm afraid? Do you think I'm afraid? I'm like, what the fuck's going on? That's where Tim Pope says, cut. Iggy, come here. Okay, just bring that shit down a little bit.
He should have been essentially playing Iggy Pop. That would have worked. But when he's just
is playing Iggy Pop. Did to me.
Now, in his weird like inflect.
Oh, the improv. So what you do? Or some
which
shit.
He says the line delivery is so weird. Look what you. Yeah. Like,
It is bad. It is bad.
But this scene, I want to watch this scene because I think on mute. Well, actually, I would argue the entire Crow City of Angels is actually a great movie on mute. In this scene, if he's not talking, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. You got the purple smoke. Iggy's trying to like run away. His whole death. But let's watch it.
All right. Let's check it out.
Doc. Awesome sodium lighting, fog, jacket, cool. I mean, he looks cool.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that really is hard to say because Brandon Lee is so iconic and nobody else has really looked good in the role.
Yeah.
And I don't hate part 3 like most people. I have a lot of issues, but even what's his face? I forget the guy who plays Corvus, looks like a dork. Furlong looked even dorkier.
God, Furlong was like, talk about miscast.
Yes, that's a miscast.
Yeah, that's like, forget about it, miscast, dude. But this scene, I find it very powerful. The music is very powerful.
When he's not talking, he's great. But when he talks, it just is.
We'll agree to disagree. I think he's half-half. You know that Asian. Girl, she's passed.
The Yellow Ranger. Of course. But I was young enough where like that was a big thing when I was a kid because I was in the Power Rangers when I was young.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah,
of course, yeah.
I had a life. Yeah, I had a life. Yeah.
I was in grade school, dude.
I'm just playing, dude. I think the scene is beautifully done. Yeah, the other than Thomas Jane, all of the villains, I think, are pretty bad. Although the Power Ranger chick is actually pretty good, yeah. I love
even Jane though. I mean, I don't blame
Jane's fucking. Jane's hilarious, man.
Yeah, but it's not supposed to be lyrics. It's supposed to be this threatening pervert. I'm like,
No, man, dude. I mean, I don't think we're gonna watch the Jane scene, unfortunately, but
He's trying to
it's
rub one off. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And then she disappears, and he tries to get the token, and obviously more improv, I'm sure, for comedic effect.
But then Vincent Perez is in the.
And then Vincent Perez is in the thing, and he says, "You loved me, baby." I thought brilliant delivery on Perez on that one. That was awesome. But yeah, let's go back to the scene. We keep talking
him
about
diving into the water is beautiful. I mean,
yeah,
visually, I'm not going to deny it.
Yeah.
This has a. I mean, I think the cinematographer is French. It kind of vibe it gives me sometimes is City of Lost Children, which I think is another French.
Yeah,
film,
it is a French film. Yeah.
There's an art style. What's it called when things are exaggerated and whatever. But it is otherworldly, and that's what I think actually works.
Yeah.
I just wish the story was more grounded because. Like this is good. He's the grave. He's angry. I like this.
It's powerful.
The blue light, yellow
powerful.
In the back. He's not talking.
You love Perez when he doesn't talk. Eh?
Because it's just like the crow is coming to get me. I'm like, shut, dude. It's like when it's like, listen, Mad Max should be Australian, James Bond should be British, and the crow should be American. It's as simple as that. I'm sorry.
I totally disagree with you. I do think that the French accent brings like something special to the film.
Yes, humor. I agree.
The only humor here is what's in your pants, brother. That's the only humor. That's all I got right now. I'm not.
And I love her. I know it's so fake, but as a kid, I thought that you could grow up and live in like these cool lofty things. Like Tom Hanks and Big. I'm like, oh, I'll have one of those one day. And I grew up and realized like that is so rare and expensive that you just never had, unless you're in like the worst part of town. But I know they're saying this is, but still, that's a beautiful place to live. I would clean up a little dust, vacuum, and live here.
Yeah,
paint
I would
as well. She definitely needs a paint, and she has the materials we see, so there's no excuse.
Yeah.
Sarah's gone. Ghost man.
Yeah. How do you feel about the fight scene between Power Ranger and Ash?
I heard it was heavily cut, so I'm not going to pick on it too much. It's fine. I don't think it's great, honestly. The original Crow, and I've always kind of had an issue with this. It did have some punching and stuff, but it really was not an action film in that sense. Like it was more, I would say, Hong Kong gunplay. So this, and I know she's a martial artist, so it should have been good. It's a little cheesy. His
dance.
You know how to die.
Yeah. Dude, actually, when he throws her out the window, I think
that's cool.
He sings a lullaby, Daddy'll give you a big black bird. And he throws her out the window, and then he turns the camera, and I've always thought that was a bit off. You'll see shortly.
Well, him dancing on the table is pretty goofy
It's goofy. Yeah, it's goofy. I love how he drops the sticks. I always thought it was funny. You know how to die?
I don't.
Dude, yeah, that bit with the light bulb.
I mean, looks at it all like.
Yeah. Then he hits his head on the thing. It's a little much. He's losing it. Yeah. It's like me before coffee. But whatever. It's
you have a live, laugh, love sign in your room. I need my coffee.
Exactly. And that always looked like that hurt when he slams the broad. Yeah. But I like this part. Look, now he's gonna do the bird. Look, like a bird. I thought it was cool. And I like this part as well. Hush, little baby. Don't say a word.
I mean.
That's the beauty about a role like this, dude. How does somebody back from the dead act? You don't. There are no rules. So, you can do what the fuck you want. And that's what, Perez running with it, man. God bless, man. God bless.
He does. He's running with it, yeah. He's running in place.
You're an asshole. And look, go ahead. He's going to throw her out, and then he's going to turn the camera. I never liked that shot. So, Burt Reynolds.
Before we continue with our video, here's a reminder to click the Store tab on any of our JoBlo channels and browse our collection of the latest and freshest designs in our merch store. Go get you some.
Not feeling it. I like the club, though. I like the club, and this was in the trailer, and this is something that I always remembered as a little one. That there's a people in those cool little, I don't know, little cloth tunnels.
Yeah, cylinders or whatever.
That's super weird, super cool.
This scene is a complete missed opportunity. It should have been, in the original where he goes to Top Dollar Sting, he wants to kill Skank, well, you can't have him. Let me see you enforce it. And then it's a huge shootout. Beautiful shootout in the original. Here is same setup. He wants this guy. A bunch of people are going to shoot at him. And if I remember correctly, he's going to get hit. And then he's going to take a theater bow or something. Then they cut out. Why are you cutting out? You got 10 guys that just shot you. Kill all of them, man. Don't set me up and not deliver. And that's what this scene does. It sets it up. I love this thing. There's a bit of a homoerotic thing with Iggy Pop and Perez.
He's humping at the mirror. It's great.
Yeah. He's got Perez got the bitches all over him.
I think the club scene. I like this idea of the club. I think the way it's blocked and set up is cool, but
nothing personal.
Nothing
personal. Ah, dude.
Come on, do it. Get to the chopper. That's beautiful. Okay, so now he shoots, he misses. Great. Now all these guys coming out with guns. Okay. And he's going to take the hits, take a bow, and then we cut out. And that's dude, where's the action scene, man?
I think the theatrics of Brandon Lee worked because the way he played it was a little more theatrical, but it fits. This seems goofy to me, because I know he's trying to be that sort of theatrical sort of back in the day, but it doesn't. This is the thing, man. Perez can't pull this off, and again, he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be doing that, and that's Tim Pope's fault, because why are we even mimicking the first one so much? Weinstein's aside, this is trying to copy you're right, that scene in the clubhouse with Top Dollar.
Yeah.
But that could be subverting expectations, and I'm not against that, but it doesn't subvert it to anywhere interesting. He just then gets on his motorcycle and rides, which is okay, well, we could have just cut that whole thing then, saved yourself a couple bucks.
Dude, he should. Maybe actually that's what it was. Maybe it was a budget thing, because really at the end of the day, look, I'm not going to turn lines on this, guys and dolls, but he should have fucked everybody up in that club that had a gun. That's it.
No, it's cheating, but let's agree though, if it is a budget cut, then just cut the part where he shoots. He could have shot Iggy Pop, missed in the mirror, and then we could have cut Iggy Pop on the motorcycle. And we're okay, it's a chase now. But to shoot him, and he sits there and does this weird, awkward movements, I'm not digging it, my friend, not digging it. But it's this beautiful. I love this. The overhead shot of the bird.
Yeah.
The post-apocalyptic. It's like a highway essentially with a bridge. The miniatures in this movie are beautiful. I should have looked up who the artist was, but I do think it's the strong point of this. Actually,
a lot of this scene is this movie in the sense that there's bits that, for me personally as an individual, that really hit. So he's going to walk, and it's going to be, if I remember correctly, a wide shot, and he's going to say, "Wrong place, wrong time." A-curve. Love the delivery. But then, when he takes a shotgun to shoot, you're going to see he's going to shoot him on the motorcycle. The way he does a little hop. You're like, what are you doing? You look like an idiot. He does a little hop when he takes a shotgun out to shoot Iggy Pop. You'll see.
Hold on, I'm waiting. But yeah, beautiful shot. The blue lights, the yellow.
Oh, here we go. Iggy Pop overacting. Do you think I'm a friend? Beautiful shot. I want to watch the entire movie again now. See that little jump with the shotgun? You see that shit?
It's probably because the jacket was too tight. And
it always bothered me, man. It always bothered me. Dang, nice pushing on him after that.
Yeah. and then it
yeah.
flies back like a Desperado,
Yeah.
which I'm all for. I love that bullets can push people back in the movies.
Yeah, the VFX pretty shitty with the fire.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick on that.
No, it was, that's how it was
So
in those days.
Can you hear me, Curve?
Wrong place, wrong time.
Can you hear me, Curve?
Hey, Curve?
His intonation's so awkward.
Well, he's French, dude. What's wrong with you?
Exactly.
It looks great.
Exactly.
I like this scene too. I don't know what they were trying to build up in terms of his relationship with the Iggy Pop character, because in the flashback he makes out with him. There's kind of like a tenderness about their relationship. I don't know if you know what I'm saying? You guys in dolls know what I'm saying? There's like now, dude, if I was him, you know what I'd do? I'd cut his fucking head off. But no, he's gonna take a quarters or something, put it on his eyes, give him a kiss on the forehead,
Day of the Dead.
I know.
But I
there's something here.
On page, this is beautiful. And actually, honestly, God, I wish somebody could just double this fucking guy's voice.
Hey,
I
man.
love he did it. He's like, I'm gonna send you, like, I'm gonna give you your money for the ferry. Like, you're going to hell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay for it. And it is a very sweet thing.
Yeah. No, this movie's mad.
Maybe because he didn't finish him off. He's like, he's gonna die slowly, so he's gonna do this poetic thing, puts him in the river. And I do love that it then pans up. We'll see all the people celebrating and like
throwing the flowers or whatever. Yeah. Just like, as a quick, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying this is the part of the movie. Like this is the movie one done right here. There's a lot of action scenes in this that are goofy. This to me is more in line with Brandon Lee's Crow.
Look at the lighting. Look at the lighting on it.
Yeah, the water reflecting off of
beautiful.
the
Beautiful.
And he's gentle. I don't know why. I don't know if
there's a weird like homoerotic thing between the two.
Maybe footage we've never seen because but I like the idea of this a lot.
Oh, there you go. Our big frightening villain. Look at him. It's a fool.
Him having that layer with the it looks like a security camera, but it's actually this mystical little stone thing where they see everybody outside. It's like, oh, come on, man. Like I said, the magic, it just doesn't. I don't like the Crow being magical. I think the balance was the first, and they should have kept that. That's why, as bad as the third one is, it was smart enough to cut back to this. What is she? What would you call her? She's his witch girl.
An oracle.
She's oracle. Yes.
An oracle, and I'll drink the blood of the crow, and I have your powers, Ash. That it's stupid. But I do like.
It's like, hello.
Yeah, she's like Gollum. I think Golem, whatever the Lord of the Rings thingo.
I think Gollum, but I also have a heart apple bag.
I do like the scene. I do like the Day of the Dead. I think it's a great idea, and
setting the tone for the whole movie.
Yeah. And then, the whole like climbing the building, and of course, as well, I'm talking about the scene before it happens, but when they kill the crow and then the fall, beautiful fall. Whoever the stunt guy was, ace his eye, man.
And it's in the trailer. I remember I actually correct me if I'm wrong, remember thinking this is one of the coolest trailers. It actually has a whole cover of, I think, a Stevie Nicks song. I can't think of the name right now, but it peaks as he falls down the building. The trailer, it's like it just gets you all pumped up, man. Though, now that I'm logically watching this, he might have been able to take the stairs.
It's not as dramatic. I love that he climbs the building. I love it.
No. I mean, visually, I'm not going to fight you. I'm just saying. Now I'm watching right now. I'm thinking like, well.
Why didn't you take the stairs?
Hey, I could have got there quicker. Maybe you could have saved the bird.
It's just not as dramatic.
I understand. Yes.
You remind me of a guy. I had a guy once who we were debating RoboCop, and he said, when the guy hits like the acid and everything, he comes out all fucked up. He goes, well, that's not realistic, John. That's not what would happen if somebody would hit acid. And I don't know what would happen. I'm not a doctor. But I remember telling the guy, I go, dude, it's a movie about a guy who's half man, half robot, and all cop. Who gives a shit about the acid? So it's the same thing here. It's about a guy that comes back from the dead via a crow. Yeah, he won't take the stairs. He's going to climb the building.
I don't think we could be using those. Those are bad examples, my friend. I grew up in the era of toxic waste. I'm just saying, what about he gets halfway up the stairs? Some guy's like, you're not going to make it up you're not going to see Judah as far as I'm concerned. Pulls like a pin, blows himself up. Stairs are like...
It's not dramatic.
And then I'm selling you a better dramatic part. So guy goes, like, you're not getting past, pulls out a pin, blows the entire thing up, think he's going to stop the crow, right? Mr. Vincent Perez. Perez just fucking forms back together. Realizes he can't take the stairs, then climbs up the window. Now we're halfway up the building. Makes some more sense why he's on it. And then, as it just stabs the crow, he falls down. Bam.
Yeah. I'll take this here. I love this here. Like how it goes quiet and the fall. And dude, what a fall. And, cutting to her turning away. It's just really nice moments in this movie, man.
Well, her being kidnapped is dumb. I'm sorry. But
yes, I agree. Cool. I agree. Everything having to do with Richard Brooks' character is dumb.
Yes, he's the worst part of the movie. You go from Michael Wincott, which again, I think this guy could have worked. I really just think the character with the dialogue.
I don't think
you're saying nothing with this guy could have worked in this.
No, he's too goofy. He's not threatening. Michael Wincott was cool and threatening while being charming. He just... If you had Michael Wincott do this role, it would have worked. In my opinion.
We'll see. Drinks of blood. He doesn't have a shirt on.
Yeah, and he's going to show up.
And he has the eye paint too. I'm like,
Yeah. Ooh, again, I've got your power. Shut up.
It makes sense.
But it doesn't.
When she... painted Perez's face because this is the angel of revenge. It's like, why is he doing that? Perez doesn't look like a crow. He looks like a clown, a mime. So him doing the thing, it's just like, I don't know.
I don't know, for the same reason the guy in the remake doesn't.
I haven't seen the remake yet, so I don't know how they decided to go about that.
Do you want... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is this line. He's like, go to hell. And he goes, already been there. And he has this very exaggerated... I'll give you that. That's not the delivery you want. But again...
He's miscast. Dude.
I think everybody's miscast. I think Tim Pope isn't an actor's director. I think he's an artistic director.
No, but if you cast properly, you don't need to be an actor's director because the actor will do the job.
I don't know, man. I've seen good actors in bad roles before.
Oh, name one.
Actually, just watched a Carpenter flick. Ghosts of Mars. That is a bunch of actors that I've seen pretty decent in a bunch of things. I mean, they even made Ice Cube awkward. It's like Ice Cube has like one mode.
Yeah, Ice Cube. That's it. God bless him.
Okay, but I'm saying, but also Statham was weird in that. Natasha Henstridge, even fucking Carradine, man. I don't know. I actually, for some reason, just watched Ghosts of Mars, but.
We'll talk about that later. I actually like this bit. I like the fact, number one, Perez actually did his own stunt on this, which
being hung or hanged.
Yeah, hang, whatever. I like that. There's a bit of like I don't know. I get out of it a bit of like Christ parallels to it. Being whipped and tortured, and guy that came back from the dead. I don't know. Maybe it's just me because I am who I am.
Wait, how did Sarah get out? Oh, yeah, she got the key. Okay.
She took the stairs, bro.
Yeah.
She didn't walk. She didn't walk and crawl down.
Yeah, awesome. She crawls down. Nobody can use the stairs.
That was one aspect. There's a book, and you showed it to me before off camera. There's a book.
Yeah, I've had it since I was a kid. I was super excited for this movie, so I bought this, and I've always had it because this is gonna be the big thing. Yeah.
The romantic angle between the two was way more pronounced in the original cut before the Weinsteins got in there.
Okay, but I'm gonna say I'm glad. I actually don't want there to be a romantic version at all.
I do.
I like the idea that she's like helping him because she knows like that's her job. That's her goal in life. You know, is to take the knowledge she learned and pass it on so this guy could get reunited. Like her, like getting laid. I'm like,
I love. By the way, just FYI, Perez going for that Oscar right now, and much respect. You know, when he's good, dude. When he's good, he's good.
I mean, not in this, but I'm sure there's a movie you could show me for sure. Probably in French.
Oui, oui. Oh, look at me! I'm a goofball.
But that's yeah.
Sure. Oh God! Oh my God! I can't even look at this shit, man.
There's a lot of villains that do that playfulness.
It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work for this at all.
No.
This is going sort of like towards like a Gary Oldman and The Professional type of vibe. It's like, yeah, for the gross.
Yeah, but Gary Oldman was threatening.
No, but even if this guy was threatening, it doesn't work for this role.
Actually, this whole ending doesn't work, and I never even understood why the crows are gonna take him. Why? Pain is his power. I guess it's kind of like a parallel to the original, where all this pain, all for you, all at once. Which also I never liked that in the original. I always thought it was a little cheesy.
Oh, see, I think it worked there. This though,
no, well, this doesn't work at all. And
the crow's like take his entire body.
Well, why not? Yeah.
You know what kind of reminds me of?
Well,
it came out before this, and it was done better. Is the ending to The Dark Half?
Yes.
The crows going, but it's just like ripping his body apart. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
That was a great movie, by the way. Just as
it is. Romero, an underrated Romero.
Yeah, dude, it's a movie like I rewatched it fairly recently, and I was like, oh my God, that movie was way better than I remembered. Solid.
Timothy Hutton.
Yeah.
Somebody else in it. God, his wife is like a famous Chicagoan. I can't think of her name right now. But, regardless, I agree. Good movie.
Really good movie. I saw that on the big screen as well.
Yeah, you're old. I understand. Yeah, he holds Sarah. Everybody's around her. I mean, again,
and then it echoes the painting that she was painting, which I liked. Yes. You know, I think they're going to cut to that actually, if I remember correctly. So there's a lot of premonitions. And just to go back to the romantic angle, I actually like the idea. They fall in love. If they would have ran with it as per the original cut, that she's in love with a man who will die once his mission is over. So it's an impossible love, kind of like a Romeo and Juliet kind of vibe. So I kind of like that. I wish they would have, in the final cut, pushed the romantic thing a bit.
Retool the entire movie. I don't know. I mean, if there's a 3-hour cut, I'm willing to admit I was wrong to see it. But again, I don't know. Movies like this, romance thing just takes away. But again, the Day of the Dead motif, you got the priest.
You see, it's
a lot of cool
the Weinsteins tried to make it as close to the original as possible, but even by doing that, you can see that the movie was actually trying to be its own movie. The powers that be wouldn't let the creatives make it their own movie, but you could see moments that this could have been its own movie, and it should have been its own movie, as opposed to following the structure of the original. But yeah, so part 2 really, I think, is a movie that is better than. Well, it's the best of the sequels so far, and that's not saying much, obviously. But for me, my closing arguments is that I see the ambition, I see the brilliance, and it's quite a shame that the creatives, once again, were not given the opportunity and the space to do the movie they really wanted to make. Because I see the movie they really wanted to make now and then pop out, and I really would have loved to have seen that movie. That's it.
If there's ever a chance of us seeing Tim Pope's cut, it's in this era.
Yep.
Obviously, Snyder got his. There's a good chance, or I believe there's at least a decent chance we'll get the Ayer cuts from Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
We just, after, and I've been looking forward to this my entire life, got Arrow was able to release the Hellraiser work print.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on 4K. Well, the quality's not 4K, but they released this beautiful 4K.
Part one.
Size.
Part one.
No, I'm sorry, part 4.
Part 4. Yeah.
Bloodline. So they released like the best they could. They put all the footage together. So since the Weinsteins are rightfully in jail, or at least what's his name, Harvey, his Bob should be right next to him, but that's a different argument.
No, he's in hiding, dude. He's in hiding somewhere, as he should be. Yeah.
Chokes in a ham sandwich and dies.
Yeah.
Am I legally allowed to say that? That's a joke. I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay. But if this footage exists, we can see this. That's what I'm saying. So we have a chance with this movie based on just everything coming out, and we're in a sort of revivalist, bring things back, package it, and sell it to everybody for $60 on a Blu-ray and a 4K. So I would love to see the original cut. Whether I like it or not, it needs to exist because I, like you, want the director's vision to be out there. And I'd probably buy it just to see it. I'll support the guy, you know? Yeah, give Mr. Tim Pope some my hard-earned cash.
Most definitely. What about you guys and dolls? The Crow City of Angels. I mean, you've sat with us for way too long. How about you give us your comments below, what you think of the movie? Do you agree with well, actually, we're kind of pretty much on the same page. I was going to say, do you agree with Lance or John? Well, we're kind of like on the same page. I think I like it. I like it more than you. Let us know via the comments below. And thank you for joining us on Lance and Arrow at the Movies. We hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you the next time.